Previously on Keeping Up with Orange Democratic Party Politics.
Power doesn't like a vacuum, and right now, Siaya County is running on fumes. Governor James Orengo has been missing for over a month. No press statement, no public address, and no official delegation of duty. For a man who once roared against the system, his silence is now deafening. So, where is Orengo? And what's really happening behind Siaya's closed doors?
The citizens of Siaya are concerned that for the last 1.5 months, both the governor and his deputy have not been seen in public performing their duties as envisaged.
Governor James Orengo was last seen in public on June 23, 2025, appearing before the Senate Public Accounts Committee. Since then, total silence. No official communication, no handover of power, no explanation. Deputy Governor William Oduol hasn't been briefed. He's not in office. And now, Speaker George Okode has quietly stepped in to perform executive roles, a legally murky move that's raising eyebrows and legal alarms.
Of Siaya to run his office.
Deputy Governor Oduol says the county is on autopilot. He claims he's been excluded from government operations, no access to staff, no invites to meetings, and zero communication from Orengo or his team. What is happening? Frustrated by the silence, Siaya resident Julius Oluoch filed a petition to the Senate, IEBC, ODM, and EACC, demanding answers.
Where is the governor? Where is the deputy governor?
With the 2025-2026 budget in limbo and no one visibly in charge, Siaya is drifting into administrative crisis.
Under Chapter 4 of the Constitution of Kenya and the County Government Act, they have not been seen in public, and the citizens are gossiping because there's no information coming from either the executive or the county government as to where these two holders of very important office of the governor of county government of Siaya are.
Let's be clear, this wasn't about William Ruto. The real friction was inside ODM, and Orengo was right in the middle of it. He boldly criticized Raila Odinga's broad-based government initiative, calling it undemocratic and empty political flattery. At the burial of Raila's aide George Oduor in April, Orengo warned against turning politics into a praise-singing bandwagon.
And the rule of law. We can say many things, and me, I cannot be praise-singing, because we fought for a democratic constitution where people should talk. Where people should talk.
That speech exploded into party drama. Oburu Odinga, Raila's own brother, told Orengo to either fall in line or leave ODM.
He's annoyed, and he says that he just wants to talk the truth. The truth. What truth? Me, I never lie. I always say the truth. The party signed a 10-point agreement with the UDA government, and that all of us were there. Those who are annoyed, who think that this broad-based government is not right, they are actually vomiting on us from within. Why don't they get out and vomit from without?
The Ramogi Professional Caucus called for his impeachment. Orengo stood firm, defiant, vocal, and unwilling to compromise his stance. But everything shifted on June 5th, 2025. Orengo, once the loudest critic of the State House politics, led a Siaya delegation to meet President William Ruto. They discussed over 5 billion Kenyan shillings worth of development projects. This wasn't a betrayal. It was a symbol of reconciliation. The meeting had Raila Odinga's blessing. Even Oburu Odinga was present. It was clear the internal ODM conflict had cooled. Development, not division, was now the goal.
The people who have registered for SHA now is 335,000. It's just under 50%. We are not in the big league. Yeah, we're not amongst the top, but you can understand initially, when this.
That's what makes this silence so confusing to Siaya residents. The public fallout was resolved. Party peace was restored. The development agenda had momentum. And yet, suddenly, after all that, no one has seen the governor since his Senate appearance. No update, no press release, no statement from Raila, ODM or the Siaya executive. The silence is creating a dangerous information vacuum. Then came the bombshell online. Kileleshwa MCA Robert Alai claimed that Orengo was in India for medical treatment. He said this in May, mocking the governor for avoiding local hospitals after claiming Siaya was outperforming national governance. But that was then. This has now sparked conspiracy theories in Siaya. Some fear that Orengo has been poisoned, possibly by political enemies angered by his rebellion against ODM orthodoxy.
Speculations are ripe, and we have come to petition this assembly to ensure that this speculation from the citizens of Siaya comes to an end by somebody coming to address the same.
While there's no evidence to support that claim, the silence from his team only fuels suspicion.
In transforming Siaya.
The Kenyan constitution does not allow for the speaker to act as governor in normal circumstances. And yet, that's what is happening in Siaya. Who is engineering the confusion in Siaya? With the deputy sidelined and the governor missing, Speaker Okode has filled the power vacuum without legal backing.
But in the course of the absence of these two holders of the office of the governor, the Speaker of the County Assembly of Siaya has been seen to be attending functions in the county, which is okay, but he has proceeded also to perform, to execute functions that are meant for the executive. And the third thing is the citizens are concerned because by the Speaker performing duties that are meant for the executive, there is an obvious conflict of interest because he is not going to, he can't pass the budget, he can't execute functions of the executive. The citizens are requesting the county speaker to refrain from purporting to execute functions of the executive. From here, we are going to the executive also to petition the county secretary or the relevant CEMC, popularly referred as ministers or waziri in charge of governance, because we see that there's a serious lacuna. In the absence of these holders of the office of the governor, we want to have assurance from the executive that the functions of the executive of the Siaya County government are going on well in the absence of the two holders of the office of the government, which is extremely important and worrying to the citizen of Siaya.
Residents are watching a slow motion governance breakdown in real time. So, where is James Orengo? If he's unwell, why no official statement? If he's resting, why hasn't he delegated duty? And if he's gone silent for political reasons, what happens next? Siaya deserves answers. Kenya deserves clarity. And ODM needs to explain how one of its strongest governors could simply vanish without a word. What do you think? Newsroom, Maisha TV, Bushabi Jr.